Welcome everyone. Today we are going to do our pick a card series. You're going to pick pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3. You want to do it intuitively. That's really why I do these readings. I feel like it gives you an opportunity to kind of test your own intuition. Like you may pick one and then the next one you're like, wait a minute, that sounds like me too. Like, trust your gut. Maybe you are more than one. But anyway, so this is why I started I'm doing this series so that you can really trust, you know, if it sounds too good to be true and it doesn't sound like you, then it's probably not. Doesn't mean something can't be, sound too good to be true, but if it doesn't feel like you, then so I don't know. Anyways, claim what's yours. I definitely bring in my spirit guides to these readings. I feel like I already know, and randomly I pulled these cards, just so you know. I just did them ahead of time, so we didn't have to spend that time. But I feel like I'm getting a lot of things that, they're probably going to come out in the readings, so I'm going to let it. I'm going to stop talking and let it. So this is the time when you just want to close your eyes and calm your mind and just choose 1, 2, or 3. As you go along, if, let's say, all 3 resonate, it may be one whole reading. I feel like many times it ends up into one whole reading. So trust that. This is definitely about love, but this is about life too. I feel like you can ask your questions, but I feel like your guides already know. You know what I mean? Like, your guides know what you want to know. So 1, 2, or 3. And let's begin. So we'll start with 1 and we'll slide 2 on 3 over there. So I have 7 cards here. I chose a couple different decks. First was the Mother Mary Oracle. And we have family. I pray for my family and give this situation over to God for answers, support, and healing. Family. It's funny because I feel like, the family you have here and the family you have there. Like, I feel the connection. You know what I mean? Like, you're just one big family. It's just right now, they're there, you're here. Type of thing. And boy, I just feel like ancestors. Almost like when you cross, the people you'll be meeting, the spirit you'll be meeting. Okay, let's keep going. And then I used a tarot dream, and I took 2 of them. Okay, well, we have the 10 of Pentacles. This is about your home for sure. We have the Queen of Wands. Can be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Can be the center of this focus, of this home for some reason. Okay, and then I took 2 light seers. We have the King of Cups. King of Cups can be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But, and then forget the sign, because I want you to think of the energy. It's funny because I feel like they have 2 very different energies. I feel like this queen, like all of a sudden I feel like the roots this queen has to this 10 of Pentacles. Like, like, um, like Native American, like deep roots. And it's like I'm proud of it. I'm very proud of it. I feel like I'm a proud woman. You know, it's like you are the monarch of the family. And then this king over here seems different. And when I say different, doesn't mean I can't say that's bad. I just mean different. Um, I don't know. I get the feeling like he's the type that, you know, I just like just want to spend the day at the beach. I don't want to think about anything. You know, I just want to go with the flow. And I don't know if either's right or wrong. You know, I think they just both have their ways here. And it doesn't mean opposites can't work. They can certainly help each other. Um, so, anyways, let's keep going. We have the Four of Pentacles. Wow, so there's a lot of energy about home, foundation. And then I did 2 Tarot of Night. We have the Four of Swords. You know, it feels like, you know, just the way she's laying on a clock, it's like this is something that time, you know, maybe only time can heal. Whatever needs healed. This can be a timeout. A timeout to, you know, heal myself. Sitting right next to another 4. And then we have the Hierophant. Card of Taurus. Number 5. So it speaks of potential change. Can be change that's already happened. This is about your belief system. You know, I feel like I have a love here. I do. I feel like I have a love here. I feel like where, if I was going to say it was a problem, lies, it's our differences. But I feel like, and I know some people are going to be like, but Sandy, you don't know this person, then it's probably not them, because I feel like, and I shouldn't say that, because everyone deserves to be healed, right? Everyone. Doesn't mean everyone will accept it. So the Hierophant is about your belief system, self-belief. You know, and I'm just looking at it up to 9, and it's almost like the reflection. I pray for my family and give this situation over to God to answer, support, and healing. Here's the healing. Here's the support. I feel like this may be the question. The King. But at the same time, I feel like this may also be the answer. Like, can this be healed? And first of all, I have to say it depends on each self, right? It depends on the King. And I feel like if I'm this queen, what I'm saying is, listen, I just want you to, I don't know, believe in something. I need you to be aware. You know, I need you to see and know. You know, because I feel like almost like this king, this is definitely the extended version, guys. But I feel like this king, there's just nothing, it doesn't seem like there's anything wrong other than the more unaware I am, it's almost like the better. And I mean about the world. I mean about religion. I mean about spirituality, right? It's almost like, you know, put me at the beach and I'm just fine. And I feel like the queen is saying, but you have to be, you know, it's almost like you're not present. And because you're not present, you're not aware. You're not aware of what's going on. You know, and again, I feel like she's a proud woman. And maybe he's just, you know, I feel like he probably knows it. I don't know. Let's go ahead and bring in the Tarot of Dreams. I wasn't going to clarify, but I feel like we should. Let's give him a shuffle. Yeah, this is definitely going to be probably each of these the extended version. You know, but when they need it, they need it. But I feel like if I was a fly on the wall, that's the conversation I'd probably overhear if... I feel like the first thing I want to do is I want to look at this queen. We have the moon. Card of Pisces, ruler Cancer. You know, we are, in a Cancer full moon, going into a Leo full moon. Very different energies. We have the Two of Swords. And then we have the Six of Wands. Interesting. You know, I wasn't expecting the Queen of Wands to be the one with the Two of Swords. I was expecting it the other way around. Not really. I mean, it's not, I don't know. But here it is, right? Here it is. And, you know, part of this I feel like is a connection. Almost like I can't feel, can't feel the connection to above. To my loved ones above, right? To my spirit guides. I can't feel that connection. There seems to just be something. You know, and I just want to say too, I feel like there's someone who, you know, maybe if you're real with yourself, I feel like there may be someone who's potentially holding you back. Now, that's you saying they're holding you back, right? Because the only thing that can hold you back is you. But anyways, I feel like in your head you feel like they're holding you back from doing and being who you feel you need to be, who you should be. It's interesting. That reminds me of Past Life Lovers reading I just did. She felt it was kind of the same type of energy where you know, it's like I want to be who I want to be, but I feel like, you know, if I'm going to make an excuse, I'm blaming like it on someone else because of you. I'm not doing this. You know, and I can't really say, is that right or wrong? I can just say it's there. And remember, I'm just really looking at the Queen. Okay. One card wanted to stay. Look at this. We have the Knight of Cups. I think that's down far enough. With the Knight of Cups. We have the 10 Swords. I just wanted to look under that two of Swords. Like, why is that there? It just feels, you know, in a way it feels wrong. It doesn't feel like it really belongs to this Queen. Forget the sign. It just doesn't kind of feel like it. But I feel like, there you go. There's the underlying energy is the 10 of Swords. And it's interesting, maybe this Queen shows herself in one way. It's almost like, you know, my sun sign, how I show others, and my moon sign, how I feel within type of energy. Because, like, you know, I have a strong facade, but I'm not as confident as I look or as I act. Now, with all that being said, this is you, I don't know, like this is you having your own conversation, right? But I feel like the facts are that there is something um, that maybe you're being called to. There is something um, that may like grab your heart. Um, you know, there is something that exists outside of this 10 of Swords. You know, the moon being here and the blindfold and all these swords coming in. Um, Listen, I feel like for some, it's just like this has been life. And maybe you've lost people. And maybe it's been life, right? It just feels like sword after sword all of a sudden, like sword after sword. Sword after sword. I have the Six of Cups. Interesting. I know I say interesting all the time, but it is. So, you know, the Six of Cups is, first of all, I don't know. Maybe I need to think of it as a person because you have the Knight of Cups right above it, right? The Knight coming in. Doesn't always have to be the Knight coming in. Sometimes we're coming in. I really just think it means, you know, you're where you need to be, you know, when you need to be there to receive this cup. But what's interesting before that, first of all, two sixes. Is your confidence level. You know, it's the energy of victory. And, you know, maybe ultimately what it is, you know, these swords that seem to keep coming, they may be swords that have been coming through the family lineage for generation after generation after generation. But there's something here where I feel like I feel like you know, it's like you can end it. You can end it. Okay. Huh. I have the Six of Swords Well, I guess that's how I end it, right? The Six of Swords, wow, this reading has taken some time. Um, but this is about, this is like what my life has been, right? 2021, a year 5, moving into the 6. 5 was about seeing what, it's kind of like what the Hierophant said, like, be aware. Um, be aware of yourself. I feel like in that 6 of Swords, I feel like, what did I learn in there? I feel like what I couldn't control, I had to cut ties with. Right? What was beyond my control, I had to learn not to let it then become my sword. Does that make sense? Before we come back over here, I just want to look at this knight. Look at that. We have a knight. 2 knights coming right towards each other. Dun 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 dun. Could talk about how something comes about. Could be through the art of communication. I know many of you, you're doing things or you're becoming. Maybe you're feeling, it's your calling. It's almost like, like I was meant to, let's say, be a healer, but it's almost like a curse that's been generational, has like plagued the family and you, and I know this sounds kind of fantastical, but, and you are able to end that curse, right? End it here and forevermore. Um, wow. Wow. Look at this. We have the 10 of Cups. How interesting that 10 of Swords that once was. Now we have the 10 of Cups, right? Replaced with opposite energy. It's opposite energy. This 4 of Swords is also the underlying energy over not just the 10 of Cups, but also the 10 of Pentacles, the healing. And your faith within the Hierophant, right? This is your faith. This is your belief. This is your trust. Right? Maybe in the boat of the 6 of Swords, I'm not quite sure, because maybe I'm traveling by the light of the night, the light of the moon. I need to be aware if that's the case, right? No blindfolds. And maybe ultimately, in some way, some reason, how you get to right where you get to, it's important. Like, it's like your story. Now, I feel like story be told. And listen, maybe it just is your story. I don't know. But I feel like, I have this night coming in. Let's go right between them. Look at that, Temperance. Divine timing. It's like each night is like she's controlling the timing of the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords. And this energy of the 6 of Cups could be someone of my past, certainly. I could be moving back home. it may feel like the wrong move, but then it just may turn out to be the best thing I've ever done. And listen, it doesn't have to be moving home, but I feel like there's like familiar energy, and it feels comforting at the same time. We have Justice, and I was looking at the Ten of Swords because it's right in the middle. And, justice can be a divorce, of course, but it certainly is the cutting of ties. It is it's fairness and balance. It's whole, right? Making you whole. It's wholeness. I feel like, I just feel like you've been broken for a while. And I feel like, maybe you're saving yourself. I don't know. Maybe your family is helping you, but I feel like your life is changing here. And I think I should let that be. I know that seemed abrupt, but I just realized, like, how long was this reading? And we just begun. Anyway. That was pile one. Let's go ahead and start with pile two. We have Mother. I open my heart to my mother's humanness and her divinity. A mother. It's funny, I called Sam my mother's name today, but not in a good way. There's just a certain part of him that he reminds me of my mother, and I said that I'm like, Connie. So I don't know. We have the moon. We have the moon again. Card of Pisces, ruler of Cancer. We have the High Priestess. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Can be Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. We have the Devil, card of Capricorn. And we have the Three of Pentacles. Okay. First of all, I feel like I'm doing something, I'm making a career doing something that it's not really what I want to do. But it's what I have to do, maybe for now. And I feel like, even though, listen, I feel like whatever it is you're doing that I feel like you don't really want to be doing, you don't really want to be there. I feel like there's still, like, I feel like you still need it. But I feel like it may talk about you daydreaming of of something else. Now, I feel like this is what it's talking about right this moment, is potentially allowing yourself to, I feel like, accept a certain path. And allow yourself to open up to it. It's funny, all of a sudden I'm feeling like there may be a mother who has already crossed. And it may be my own mother, but I feel like, almost like her saying, don't let the earthly me influence you. Almost like I was at one time influenced, right? It influenced me somehow, the connection that I maybe had with my mother. And maybe it was just to be stable, right? And maybe I am stable, but maybe I'm not happy. And I feel like maybe my mother's crossed, and she's saying that stability, maybe I put it in you, but that's not true. Like, but if you have a dream, like, I'd rather you chase your dream. Almost like, it's funny, like, I remember, I'm just going to say, after someone crossed, I did have a reading done, and she had said that my father came through, and he just was shaking his head and saying, I didn't know. And I knew immediately what she meant. And that's all she had to say, and that's all he had to say. And I knew that. And it's I don't know why I'm even saying that, other than maybe they didn't know. Maybe they didn't know. Let's start with a fresh deck for you. Which is Cosmic Tarot. And it's funny how these readings are really, talking more about life than anything. There's something about you that there's a talent that lies within you, a gift that's innately yours. And maybe I do use it in one way, but I feel ultimately it's like figuring out that you're psychic. Or let me put it this way, figuring out that you're a medium. No, it doesn't matter. I don't even know what I'm taking it on. We have the King of Wands. We'll go right down the middle. We have the Two of Swords. And we have the Eight of Swords. So look at that. So there's a block. There's a wall between, let's say, your true success. Like what you're truly capable of, this success. And you believing in that. Because the 8 is saying that you don't. Because the 8 is all about self and new beginnings. And it's also coming over the Three of Pentacles, which is who you are uniquely to the world. And it's talking like how you are the missing piece of the puzzle of this success. Intuitively, I think you know that. Intuitively, I think you know that. There may be someone who tends to, it seems like a running theme, it's because their energy is a certain way, your energy becomes a certain way, but your energy is what's important. It's like the central focus. And that's what you have to remember. Your energy is always the central focus. I think someone's swaying. Right? Or it's the other way around, right? I'm being persuaded. And I find it interesting too, because I feel like in a way, this mother will be helping you. So what I think is so difficult, what I think maybe, oh, that's impossible, really, is simply a change of perspective. It's not a mountain I have to climb. It's a change of perspective. Now, this is linked to an energy, but you can unlink it. That's the thing. You know, the Eight of Swords becomes a self-created prison, but you can break out of that prison because you created it. You know, the blueprints. Maybe using blueprints as part of that success. I feel like the only thing that would come between you and your success would be you. And I mean that in the most loving way. All right. I'm not going to leave it like that. I want to look at this. What do I want to look at? Let's pick that up. Keep it in mind. You know, it's like when the lights go out or when it gets dark, your intuition kicks in. It is your light. It is your light. I want to connect Mother right to the High Priestess. Look at this. I have the Ace of Wands. Wow. I have the Seven of Cups. You know, if I just follow that line real quick, I started to Mother, right? Comes out to the Ace of Wands. That, you know, no doubt, I'm going to do it, right? That's me reaching out, saying, hell yeah, I've been through hell and back. I am. Seven of Cups is the opposite. It is doubt. And it's based in the emotional house. And it may be related to, you know, an earth, like a mother on this earth who feels like maybe, I don't know. She had a hard time. I feel like she had a hard time hacking it. She had a hard time. She had a hard time hacking it. Maybe you don't know that. Maybe you do. I don't know. Okay, but I wanted to tie them together. It's like the doubt within yourself, and not even part of it may be, will I be successful at something, but am I myself good enough? Some of you, this may be like even like a spiritual type battle, like spiritually, am I meant, is this right, is it not right type of thing. Um, you know. All right, I'm going to look at. So, anyways, I feel like Mother's energy now for those who have crossed, and maybe even those who are living who have had, like, it definitely feels like an awakening, right? Or a true awareness. Just like I said with that psychic, like my dad just said, I didn't know. I did not know. And I kind of knew that because, there is that secretive part of me. I don't want other people to know. You know what I mean? Especially those that I love. And maybe that's what I needed to learn out of all that. That's exactly who needed to know. My mother knew, though. All right. We have the Ace of Swords. I'm looking at this Queen of Pentacles. And it's funny because her eyes are closed. And it's almost like she's in a state of meditation, right? But it's based out of that, how I make my pentacles. This is someone who's very grounded, right? In the upright, very grounded. I feel like this is someone who it could certainly be a Capricorn, but I also feel like the energy of, like, I'm comfortable um, with that side of me. Almost like how I just said to you, like, there's like that, there was that secretive, and maybe there still is that secretive side of myself that I keep to myself. But with you, I don't. It's interesting. Like with you, I don't. And maybe that's exactly what you're doing. All right. First of all, you have a lot of aces there. We have the Prince of Wands. And we have the Death card. Card of Scorpio. But it's a card of endings. First of all, we have, the Prince of Wands, and we have the King of Wands over here. Ten of Wands. I feel like if this prince came back and reapproached me, would it be a good thing or would it be a bad thing? And I got the Ten of Wands. Now, I know that's not everyone, but you know who it is because there's a hell of a lot of sword action around it. And it's all negative for you. And not just that, but it throws a sense of self-doubt into your life. Almost like it takes you back to when you were a kid. I feel like you're stronger. So I feel like if this person's coming back, but you have a mission, and you feel it, go on the mission. Go on the mission. Because I feel like this is telling us with the Ten of Wands, there's a potential of it again, and I feel like saying again, lying all on your shoulders. Why? There's something about you that could be great. And I mean great. And I know that you're thinking that you can't be, but you can be. And it can only be you. However you arrive there. But, trust what you feel, what's good, and trust. It's funny, I feel like I just saw a white orb fly by. Trust what you feel is good, and you'll let me know because it would be on film. And trust what you feel is not. There may be something that, how interesting that you do, that maybe your mother has always wanted to do, or maybe you potentially, it's funny because my mother, she's a great talker. She really was. And she wrote books, and I can see, like, now, she is gone. But I can see now, like, the similarities between us, and I can even see, like, at certain times in my life when it was damn hard, right? It was hard. So, I see the humanness in it. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. These are, I feel like, pretty intense. Okay. Pal number 3. Be good to us. Be good to us. We have open your heart. Open your heart. I allow myself to feel the full range of emotions, especially all forms of love. All forms of love. We have the 7 of Pentacles. I feel like the 7 of Pentacles is a couple different things. It's interesting how open your heart is the very first energy that wants to come out, right? And it's coming from, I feel like, the highest, right? Mother Mary. And it's about your soul, your seed soul of attention, something that's coming to fruition. 7 of Pentacles teaches us the patience to allow what will be to be, and not to push my demands on it because it won't serve me. It won't serve me. We have the 5 of Swords. Interesting. We have the World. Wow. Very, very different energy. We have the Knight of Pentacles, your guardian angel. Interesting how both of these 7 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, if they had a lesson attached to them, it's patience. All good things in its time, not before and not after. Sorry, I had to get a drink. We have the 3 of Cups. Why do I feel like I have an extra card? And we have the 9 of Cups. I don't know why. Like, for some reason, I feel like I have an extra card. Let me rearrange. Sorry, guys. But, I think it's important. Take the time. Okay. Well, first of all, I feel like there may be a need to change my ways. And I'm not feeling that in a heavy kind of like shame on you type of way at all. I just mean like I feel like I'm living this way, and something that's coming towards me is going to have me living this way. Now, maybe it'll be that way plus this way eventually, but I feel for now it's going to have me living a more abundant type life. And I feel like that's important. Excuse me. I feel like it's important. Now, let's say you like to party. I'm not saying that like you never get to party again, but now you do it in moderation. Because something I feel like is changing, and you want to be aware of it. Right? It's like you want to be of sober mind of it. And maybe so you can enjoy it. I don't know. I think what I'm going to do is take the Tarot of Night. I have the Six of Cups who wanted to come out. So we're going to take them. But I do want to shuffle a little bit. I feel like, it's not like the times of having fun are over. But it's about a different type of living now. All right. What's that Six of Cups for? We have the Queen of Swords. Sorry. Queen of Swords. Can be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We're in the year of the lovers, which is Gemini, the twins, 2022. We have 6 right there, a 6 year. Knight of Pentacles says, I'm bringing you something. And, oh, by the way, it's right off your own tree. It's like something that I couldn't, I couldn't pull it before. Like I had to let it ripen. So, in the meantime, I feel the importance of music also. And I feel like music is going to allow you to open your heart. It's going to allow you to open your heart. Now, it doesn't mean I want you to listen to love songs. Really, what I want you to listen to is the instruments. Even the voice. It's like sound therapy. Okay, I'm going to look at that Five of Swords. It's like I want to look the devil right in the face. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Wow. Queen of Pentacles, she's someone who specializes in those details that other people miss. And, she can also be someone who can pick at it. Pick at you. It's funny. It's almost like the mother from before. And I feel like saying, you know, what I've been doing has been working for me. But I feel this urge of um, wanting more. Wanting more. Some of it, some of you, it may be a music career, maybe in the music field. I've been feeling that a lot lately. We have the Seven of Swords. But she's running away from the good witch. I don't even know why I said that. You know, she's running away from the limelight. Because she doesn't feel like she belongs there. But she does. And I almost feel like if I'm this person, like I'm about to take stage, it's like almost like I need to do 3 shots and then take the stage. But there's this something that's playing in your mind over and over and over and over. It's like a broken record. And that is what holds you back from where you are now, who you are now, what you're doing now, and all that you could be. And it is a broken record. And it feels like it is just what, you know, it's almost like someone just picking at me and picking at me and picking at me to the point where how I dealt with it is I would overindulge and maybe I wasn't all I could be, but you know, it's almost like no more. Like, shaking that off. If not, this is your wake up call. This is your wake up call. And listen, you don't have to do anything. Again, you don't have to do a damn thing. But this is about if, you know, your dream is. And listen, it's about taking baby steps. Some people think if I don't get there immediately, then I'm a failure. But that's something, it's not true. Sometimes the journey is where all the excitement lies. Baby. Look at that. 2 of Cups. So maybe it's talking about really getting yourself together because of someone who's entering your life. You know, we know that this soulmate energy is entering your life because it's part of the world, part of the next portal. I feel like it almost looks like someone who's gonna love you no matter what. However, in the same breath, I also feel like because they love you, or vice versa, they will seem to help motivate you, right? Wanting better. Not that they want you to want better. They want whatever you want. But if you want something, they're going to help you. So, let's look down here. We have the 10 of Pentacles. I wanted to look at the Knight of Pentacles. And we have the 10 of Pentacles. So, you know, again, guardian angel energy that's bringing... Listen, first of all, he's bringing in quite a few. It seems like quite a few pentacles are dropping. Almost like this is your lucky time. This is it. This is it. You know, this is an opportunity for real abundance. Maybe this is where you really begin to set down your roots. Maybe this is your family. I have the Chariot. Wow. Almost like the divine masculine and the divine feminine are now in balance. And when that happens, you know, the world is right, at least for them. It's almost like, you know, kind of like figuring I'm out in, like I'm in a matrix, right? And the power I have over how I want my world and my life to look and be, I forget how much power I have, right? It's like, it's almost like mind control. Doesn't doesn't, you know, protect me from getting hurt, but so I'm gonna get hurt and I'm gonna go through it if that's what it has to be. But I feel like, listen, I feel like whoever picked three, I do feel like you've had it, you know, you've had it pretty difficult. Not that anybody else has had it easy. But I feel like, I don't know. At that with Ten of Swords, almost like I should have stopped, right? I should have stopped. I just didn't know when to stop. Ten of Swords, he looks like he's almost drowning. And I almost feel like he shouldn't be here. But it could simply mean a simple little message to someone. It's like, almost like, I need to know when to stop. We have the King of Cups. And I'm going to leave that one there, guys. I want to thank you, as always. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed these readings. I know that they went long. It's like I just completely forgot I was doing pick a card. But that's okay. That's okay. I feel like for those who really needed to hear these messages, I am proud to bring them to you because I feel like they're important. They're important, and you know, I feel like many of you are ready to hear them. So, anyways, I love you. I'm going to stop talking. I will see you next time at my table. Bye bye.